Have you ever wondered that why our sky at night doesn't glow in spite of having billions of bright stars out there? Today on Science Yogi, we are going to discuss this. All stars, planets, natural satellites, and other space bodies fill up space in our universe. We see sun during the day, moon at night along with other stars. As we say that our universe is never ending. Likewise, all the celestial bodies are infinite too. Then why doesn't our sky appears to be illuminous as we observe it every night? As there are billions of stars, they should cover every single point of our night sky. So instead of this, we should see this, but we don't. This is called Olbers paradox or dark night sky paradox, named after a German astronomer, Heinrich Wilhelm Olbers. Heinrich Olbers described this paradox in 1823. What is the explanation behind this paradox? Why don't we see the sky illuminated, or why doesn't the matter in the space glows up? Some assume that the universe's uniform distribution density of stars. Some theories include redshift of light. Redshift of light, in simple terms, is the wavelength of light in stretched so the light is seen as shifted towards red part of spectrum. The meaning that the light may have shifted beyond the red region of visible light into a spectrum, invisible to the naked eye, or the light have not reached us yet. Earth formed about billions of years ago, as we all know that. Astronomers like Johannes Kepler posed a suggestion that the stars only extend out of finite distance. Once your line of sight passes that boundary, it encounters only empty space. Other theories suggest that dust between stars and galaxies would block the light from far away objects. Our universe may be infinite, but it's still young. The stars which have been formed are billions of light years away. The light would take time to reach us. Doppler effect may apply here. However, if Doppler effect applies here, we won't be able to see distant stars. Or maybe the stars are young and can't emit enough light to reach us. Cosmas Indicopleustes, a Greek monk from Alexandria, was first one to address the problem of this paradox. He said that infinite number of stars would result heating the cosmos. He wrote this in Topographia Christiana, a book written by him. Darkness at Night, a riddle of the universe, written by Edward Robert Harrison, stated that this paradox is a problem in history of science. Harrison argued that Olbers was far away from first to pose this problem. His thinking was also not particularly valuable. According to Harrison, the first to set out a satisfactory resolution of this paradox was Lord Kelvin. This paradox was also mentioned in Edgar Allan Poe's essay Eureka. In his essay, he said that were the succession of stars endless, then the background of the sky would present us a uniform luminosity. Alright, we have seen some possible theories. Now let's debunk them. The first one is finite age of stars. Stars have finite age and power, telling us that each star would have a limited impact on sky's light field density. Stars die and born continually throughout the universe. The density of stars remains constant regardless of the universe has a finite or infinite age. There would be many stars in the same angular direction with an infinite total impact. Therefore, the finite age of stars does not apply here. Kepler's theory would apply if the universe was in fact finite. This gives us that universe is in fact still young. Stay tuned because more episodes on paradoxes are on the way. Till then, stay curious.